Hello and welcome to the video for Workshop 1, Accounting 202. We're off and running in the course. We're going to start out with some of the things that we need to do to get set up in the course and then look at chapters 13 and 14. We're doing the second half of the book, so we're starting right in the middle as we completed Accounting 201, picking up right where we left off with chapters 13 and 14. First, go ahead and download the curriculum guide and the study guide. They're available under the course materials section under the Workshop 1 tab. Let's look at the curriculum guide first. These are all the activities that are expected of you in this first workshop week. If you haven't already done so, please post a biography of yourself in the bio forum. Tell us about what you're doing for work, where you're living, family, different hobbies that you have, anything that you want to bring up just to help us get to know you. And also post a picture if you have something available to help us put a face with a name, bring a little community to the classroom. I encourage you to go ahead and do that and interact with each other, get to know each other. If you've taken courses with each other before, hopefully you've had some background, but there will be several new students in the course that didn't take Accounting 201, so get to know each other, and I'll interact with you there. Second thing is to set up Connect. Hopefully you've used this before in Accounting 201, but if not, this is where we're doing our quiz and our homework. You have to click on the link that I've included in there in the curriculum guide. This will take you to the course page where you'll actually use, I believe there's a passcode that came with your book to get you authorized to sign up for the course. But that's where we'll do our quizzes and homework. If you have any trouble registering for that, please let me know, because you have to do that before you get into any of the taking the quiz or the homework, those type of things. Activity 3 is supplementary materials. I've included this on each of the curriculum guides as we go forward. There's a link there that will take you to the publisher page. And what they have there are PowerPoint slides, practice quizzes, even some short videos that walk you through some of the material in each of the chapters. So if as you do the reading and collaborate in the discussion forum and look at my little mini videos, if that's not enough helping you solidify some of the concepts, I would highly recommend going to the supplementary materials as the next step. Activity 4 is a reading assignment. Again, like I said, we're doing chapters 13 and 14. We'll walk through some of those concepts here in a minute. And then 5, 6, and 7 are the evaluation areas, including the quiz. Collaboration is 40 points, so what you're expected to do there is to log on a couple times a week, post questions that you have about each of the, not each of them, the questions, but random questions as you come across them and are having trouble, and also interact with other students. Now, I'm going to be on regularly to answer some questions, but hopefully you'll have some chances where you beat me to it, and you'll see somebody's question on a problem that you've already done. You can chime in and help them out. That's how you get collaboration points. Pretty simple, as long as you check in regularly and post something that's not just clutter, saying something like "I agree" or "good job." We want something that shows that you actually thought about the question and helping out each other or asking questions to further your understanding. Activity 7 is the Connect exercise. Exercising a problem, those are worth 80 points. All those should be available right in Connect as you go through the homework section there. We'll get to the recommended devotional reading at the end, talk about that, but let's go ahead and look at some of the concepts for chapter 13 and 14. Now, chapter 13 specifically is a really good chapter. In the first course, Accounting 201, and looking at chapters 1 through 12, we're building the financial statements. Now in chapter 13, we're actually building skills to analyze the financial statements to determine whether they're strong or weak, whether the company is profitable or not profitable, whether we think that they're going to remain in business or go out of business. These are really useful skills as you pick up a financial statement or you look at their information online to determine whether or not you would invest in a corporation or sell your stock, whether you would loan a corporation money, those type of things. Really important life skills as you get into finance and accounting. So let's look at horizontal analysis and vertical analysis. Now, horizontal analysis, as we're working off the study guide here. Horizontal analysis is looking at over time. So you think about it, you have financial statements going in the columns and the time going in the rows. So you'll have like year 1, year 2, year 3, and then you'll have looking at the changes over time. So let's look at an example here I've done on the dry erase board. We'll look at horizontal first, and then we'll get to vertical in a minute. So we have a balance sheet item and an income statement item. You can do horizontal analysis on either one, or even on other financial statements like the cash flow statements or statements of retained earnings. So, but we're just looking here on two simple ones, cash and sales. So what's going on here? We have year 1 amount and year 2 amount, and this over here is delta. You'll see this frequently in practice. Delta means change. That's just a symbol for change. So in year 1 financial statements, we would have more line items listed here, obviously, than just cash or sales, but we're just taking it real simple. So the amount is, for year 1, 100, and year 2 is 110. So how do we figure out what the actual change is? Well, the calculation is simple. You take year 2 minus year 1, that's your numerator, and you divide that by year 1. Okay, so what do we have going on in this situation up here for cash? Year 2 is 110. Let's go ahead and erase that. 110. Year 1 is 100. And we divide that by the base year of 100. So we have 10 over 100. That's 10%. And we sometimes put a little plus there, saying that it went up 10%. Cash increased by 10%. Well, what happens if it goes down? Well, here we look at sales. What do we do again? We take year 2 minus year 1. So in this case, we got 1,800 that goes first, minus 2,000. And we divide by the base year again. Always divide by year 1 or whatever the base year is. Right there, 2,000. So what happens up in our numerator? We have minus 200 there, divided by 2,000. What is that for the delta? Well, that's 10%, but we got a negative number, so we got minus 10%. So you'll frequently see those, with minuses, or sometimes you see parentheses to show that that went down. So in horizontal analysis, we're looking at the change in one specific line item across time. Now, you might have year 1 compared to year 5, or year 1 compared to year 3. It doesn't necessarily have to be sequential years. You can do horizontal analysis across any different time period. So we got that.